New question, the member from Barrie.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister responsible for women's issues. Speaker, today marks the International Women's Day. I'm so proud of my two daughters, Kelly and Stacey, and my beautiful granddaughter, Carling, who is finishing her 3rd year at Queen's University right now. I'm also very proud to be a member of a government that takes women's issues so seriously. The Minister responsible for women's issues plays an important role in our cabinet. She brings the gender lens to cabinet decision-making. She has exhibited remarkable leadership in the government's efforts to address gender-based violence and to improve women's economic independence and security. Can the Minister please update the House on her progress on these initiatives since the last International Women's Day?
Thank you. Minister responsible for women's issues.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to thank the member from Barrie for this question, and I also want to wish everyone in this legislature a happy International Women's Day, and to everyone in Ontario. We've had a fantastic year, Speaker, at the Ontario Women's Directorate. We've done that work with many government ministries. We introduced our Sexual Violence and Harassment Action Plan to change attitudes, improve supports for survivors who come forward about abuse, and make workplaces and campuses safer. We launched a public education campaign that's reached over 84 million people, and market research shows us this is having a positive impact on people's attitudes. And this legislature has debated the Sexual Violence and Harassment Action Plan legislation, Bill 132, and I'm very excited about this bill being voted on after question period today. And we have a roundtable chaired by two wonderful women here on violence against women. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank the Minister for her answer and for her work on the Sexual Violence and Harassment Action Plan over the last year. I'd also like to recognize the work of the Violence Against Women Roundtable and its co-chairs since its establishment last March. I know that the Minister has also been working with other members of Cabinet on a number of initiatives that will make Ontario a safer and more inclusive province. These collaborations across ministries are important to ensuring that issues that affect women are treated with the seriousness that they deserve, in spite of the heckling across the hall. Can the minister please describe some of her work across government to address these important issues?
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you again to the member from Barrie for the question, and she's absolutely right. We work with many ministries on this important file. To highlight a few, Speaker, we partner with the Ministry of Labour to establish a steering committee to address the persistent and unacceptable issue of the gender wage gap. And we've worked with the Minister of Finance to establish the comply or explain amendments required for TSX-listed companies to report publicly on their approach to increasing the number of women on their boards. And the Women's Directorate is currently co-leading the development of a human trafficking strategy with the Ministry of Community Safety and Correctional Services. And just a few weeks ago, Speaker, I joined with the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs and our Premier to announce the $100 million strategy to end violence against Indigenous women. These partnerships, Speaker, are critical to our success, and we are committed to moving the women's agenda further and stronger so that women will enjoy